run this code, it says enter number of elements. Yeah, so this is the output. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6 is your sorted array. Hello everyone, this is Soumya Ramani and I am your Gyani buddy for the day. In today's video, we are going to see the explanation of quicksort and how can we implement this into a program. So let's see what the problem statement says. Write a program to sort the elements given by the user using quicksort. Consider the pivot element as the middle element of the array. What is the time complexity of quicksort and can it be verified according to the algorithm? So before jumping directly to the code, first of all, let's see how this concept works. So quicksort is basically a sorting technique in which we follow divide and conquer method. It is similar to merge sort, but in this what we do is we keep on partitioning the elements into subarrays and sorting those subarrays and finally making a complete sorted array. So how we go about this is, first of all, we need to consider an element of the array as pivot element. This element can be the first element, last element, middle element or any random element depending upon your choice. Now since in this assignment the question says we have to consider middle element, so I have considered middle element as the pivot element. So after considering this pivot element, we need to arrange the elements in such a way that all the smaller elements than the pivot element go to the left hand side and all the larger elements they go to the right hand side. And this process continues in all the subarrays and finally we get a sorted array. Let's understand this with this example. Here I have considered this array 1985462. Here the middle element is 5, so I have considered this as the pivot element and arranged it in such a way that smaller elements are on left and right and greater elements are on right side. Now we can see that 1, 4, 2 are smaller than 5, so they are on left. 9, 8, 6 are larger than 5, so they are on right. After getting these two subarrays, we again continue the same process. So in this subarray 1, 4, 2, we again consider 4, that is the middle element, as the pivot element and arrange all the smaller elements on left side and all the greater elements on right side. Now here since 1 and 2, they both are smaller than 4, so they go to the left hand side and 4 comes to right side. Similarly, in this subarray 986, 8 is the pivot element, 6 goes to left and 9 goes to right. Now as we can see, we have got this subarray which is a sorted one, and here also we have got a sorted subarray. Now if we combine this, we get a complete sorted array. So this is the basic technique how this quicksort works. Now let's see this technique with the help of a code. This code is given in C language. First of all, let's see the main function. In the main function, I have asked the user to enter number of elements, then enter all the elements, and then I'm calling a method quicksort method in which I have 3 arguments. Let's see what these arguments correspond to. First one is our array, second is LB, and third is UB. Now what are LB and UB? They are lower bound and upper bound here. Why I have used this LB and UB here? So for finding the middle element, since we have to consider middle element as the pivot element, we need to find the middle element. So for finding the middle element, we need to know the extremes of the array. So that's why I've passed 0 to the lower bound and n-1 to the upper bound. First, I'm checking the condition that whether LB is greater than UB. If this condition satisfies, then there is no point of moving ahead in the code. So we directly return 0 here. Then we are finding the middle element by this formula 0 plus n-1 by 2 and putting this middle element in the variable known as pivot, since we need to work with the pivot element ahead. And I have initialized these counter variables I and j to lower bound and upper bound respectively. And this is the swap variable which is a temporary variable to swap two values if they are not in a sorted order or the order which we want in that particular subarray. So here is the while loop. While loop will continue until I is less than j, that is lower bound is less than upper bound. It comes inside, we check the condition if a of I is greater than equal to pivot and a of j is less than equal to pivot. So this means that first element is greater than equal to pivot and last element is less than equal to pivot. If this condition satisfies, then we swap these two variables and we move ahead. And if this condition is not satisfied, then we simply move ahead. That is, we do I++. Now this process continues until lower bound is less than upper bound. And after one pass, like when we have traversed the complete array, then we are calling this quick sort method 2 times again. In the first calling, we are passing a, lower bound and mid as their parameters. Why we are doing this? Because after traversing once through complete array, now we need to go to the sub arrays to sort them. So first calling, it calls the left sub array and sort it, and the second one calls the right sub array. So for the right sub array, obviously the middle plus one value will be the lower bound and upper bound will be the last element. So this process continues until we get a complete sorted array. I hope you have understood this method. Now let's see if this code works. Let's run this code. It says enter number of elements. Yeah, so this is the output. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6 is your sorted array. I hope you have understood this method completely. If you have any doubts or any other questions, you can comment down below in the comment section. And I have provided the link of this assignment in this video in the description below. So thank you so much. Have a nice day.